Team of the week time then, of everybody that wore their jersey over the weekend in the final round of November test matches. I know we have got one more game between Wales and South Africa, but strictly speaking, that is outside of the test window. Of everyone that wore their jersey over the weekend, who wore it best? I have got a 23-man squad that I've selected, because rugby is more than ever a 23-man game, isn't it? But that said, it would be a miracle if we agreed completely on the selection. So that's where the comments come in. Let me know yours in the chat down below. Please, I'm Tim. This is Egg Chasers. I've also got, at the end of the video, a kind of bronze, silver, gold, 3-2-1, best 3 players of the week. And I'll remind you in a minute how you can come and join me for a live show this coming weekend. But to the team then, I'm going to start with Angus Bell. 50th cap for Angus Bell for Australia against France. A defeat for the Wallabies. They lost every game, but that was not anything to do with the efforts of Angus Bell, who scored a try that no other prop in World Rugby, I'm not sure, not very few other props in World Rugby could have scored the try that he scored, cutting a line outside the 22 and just screaming in. He is an incredible athlete, proper weapon for the Wallabies, and congratulations on 50 caps in the team of the week. I have got spots on the bench, remember, so there will be replacements. As for hooker, this was an easy call. Boan Fenter, absolute beast. He was a monster for the Boks and just epitomised the violence, the brutality within the laws of the game, of course. Just so physical and set the tone. Line out was spot on as well. Obviously, the scrum set piece, we know what happened there. And just around the park, getting turnovers. I mean, World Player of the Year. He put in a performance which justified that call. Thomas the Tank. At the start of the year, I did say I regarded Thomas du Toit as, well, he comfortably has been the best prop in the Premiership. It's a shame that we're going to be losing him from next season in England, domestic rugby. Best prop in the Premiership, and I regarded him as the best tight head prop in the world. And he is tracking in that direction, make no mistake. He pulled Andrews Porter's pants down. He marmalised a British and Irish Lions front row. And then he goes and wins turnovers in loose play as well. I thought he was great. Second row, Maro Itoje. I think he can feel aggrieved at not getting a World Player of the Year nomination. What a 2025 Maro Itoje has had. Led England to 11 straight victories. Been such a crucial member of that England team, but also captained the British and Irish Lions to a series win in Australia. Very, very special talent, and he's had a great year, and he was relentless in his work rate against Argentina, and in a very rare move, actually came off the field before the end of the game. Which I think was probably Steve Borthwick just going, at some point, we're going to have to manage without Maro, so let's see how we get on. Fortunately, England managed to scrape home. In the second row with him, Ruan Nortje, a guy who has just become a premium member of that Boks team and is only going to get better over the next couple of years. The number of interactions this guy has in a game, the number of rucks he hits, tackles he makes, and then set-piece-wise, line-out, impeccable. It's got so much better through the year. Started out the year a bit dodgy. It was near faultless in this match. Certainly for the first 70, 75 minutes, it was, I think, 100%. And this guy's got a lot to do with it. What a player. And along with Pieter-Steph du Toit, the great PSDT, the two of them, Ruan Nortje and Pieter-Steph du Toit, do the work rate of a whole pack on their own. This guy is just phenomenal to watch. The defensive shift, the tight work, the carries, the line-out operator, calm leader as well, led the team when Sia Khaleesi went off. Just one of the greatest players, well, I've said it before, the greatest forward I've ever watched with my own eyes. And I'm just sad I wasn't in Dublin to watch him do it again in that game, because the Boks were pretty spectacular, and they've had 4 guys in this team of the week already. But an Argentinian now, Juan Martín González, a guy who is taking the mantle gradually from Pablo Matera and Marcos Kremer, who have still got gas in the tank, those two. But Juan Martín González, young, rangy runner, line out forward, huge defensive shift, and he was a big part of the turnaround that almost pulled off another famous comeback victory for Argentina. He was great. And to complete the pack, and a 5th Bok. Bearing in mind what they did to Ireland, it's not surprising. And if you want another person who just summed up the aggression, the power, the physicality, and just, frankly, physical domination of Ireland, it was Jasper Wiese. His battle against Caelan Doris was epic, and the two of them were great. I've gone for Visa. That is the pack. I've got spots on the bench, of course. I'll come to the back line in a second, but let me remind you of the live show that is happening this Saturday, 11 a.m. at the Walkabout. The doors will be from 10 a.m., but in Cardiff, this is like a stone's throw from the Principality Stadium. Doors from 10. You can get entry then. You can get yourself a free drink on entry, a draft. This is a can, of course. You can get a nice cold draft Thatchers. Thank you to Thatchers for their support of the event. Special guest. And then at midday, the URC game will go on the big screen as well. So I think it's the Bulls match that will be on that one. Can't remember the exact game, but that'll be on. And there's your build up to a great day of rugby in Cardiff, taken care of. And what is more, you can grab yourself as well a wristband on entry. That means you get a queue jump straight back into the venue as well. Link in the description. Would love to see you there. As for the back line, George Horne for Scotland. Bust the game open when he came on. 2 tries, was a part of all of the much better attacking intent from Scotland, as in the last 15 minutes they scored 5 tries, shredded Tonga. And George Horne, who's got a battle on his hands because Jamie Dobie's been great, Ben White's been superb, and competition is just going to drive the standards. And George Horne, he got his opportunity and he took it. Fly half I found really, really difficult because I didn't think any fly half really stood out. Roman Untamak did some nice things for France. Sasha Feinberg-Ngoma did some nice things. Albanose had a quiet game. Prendergast and Crowley weren't at their best. So there wasn't really a standout fly half for me. Dan Edwards was decent. Damien McKenzie did some nice things. I thought overall, managing the game, dragging England to a victory, partly through his goal kicks, drop goals, spiral bombs, the kicking game, identifying the space, and it was when England had penalty advantage, Ford switched the play up. That led to the Ajomo kick for the Faye Waboso try. Fergus Burke, I probably should give a shout. He did quite well as well. I've gone for George Ford in the team of the week, but I didn't think any 10 stood out and had a real dominant fly half performance. So I've gone with Ford. Thought he was the best of the lot. Much easier to pick centres, where there were 2 guys, both relatively young in their international journey. In the case of Max Ajomo, his second appearance, but I'm not really counting his first one because that was, with the greatest of respect, that was against the USA. This was against Argentina in a November Test match. And to come up with a try, which he took really well, great anticipation, picking up on the Malia error, and then 2 assists, a beautiful cross kick and a beautiful out-the-back offload. What a promising match from Max Ajomo in a position which has been a problem one for England. So he showed he's got creativity, and with Fraser Dingwall, there's 2 guys that are trying to make that jersey their own, which is good to see. And alongside him in the centre, I've gone for Nicolas Deportier, who for the second week in a row scored 2 tries. He's had a real breakthrough November. Yes, he's been involved in the French squad before, but due to injuries to Moefana, he has had an opportunity to get a run of games that he hasn't had before, and he's taken his chance. And when you've got also Gorg, who's coming through from Stade Toulousain in the centre, the next gen of French centres, Emilien Gueton as well. You've got the next gen of French centres that are coming through and putting pressure on Gaël Fickou, who's had to kind of hold the team together in the midfield. But now Deportier having more and more influence in games. He looks a proper talent. To the wings then, and it's Deportier's club and national teammate, Louis Bielbieri. What a player. Oh my goodness. The try. I said earlier that I think Angus Bell's probably the only loosehead prop in the world that could score the try he scored. The try that Louis Bielbieri scored, where again he did that trademark little kick through for himself. The pace. Oh no, it was the kick for himself. And not only that, it was incredible. If you haven't seen the try, please go and watch it. It is incredible. But it's the fact he chips it for himself, but catches it. And in the motion, he manages to, it comes over his shoulder, catches it, and steps the second he lands to beat the last man, Jorgensen, I think it was. It is phenomenal. This guy is an unreal talent. And he's so young, 22. And he had a great day, as did Tom Rogers. I saw a stat going around on WhatsApp. I haven't checked it out for myself, but is that right? Only the 4th man ever to score a hat-trick against New Zealand, which speaks to how good New Zealand have been down the years. But, I mean, what a special day for Tom Rogers. And Wales, when they got opportunities in the New Zealand 22, they took their chances. And Tom Rogers took his chance big time. Great finish for him. Great day for him. 3 great finishes, and he had to go in the team of the week, of course. And to finish the 15, Max Jorgensen, he might have been done by Louis Bielbiere on that try I was talking about a moment ago, but he scored a brilliant individual try, which was very LBB-esque. And he's had a fantastic 2025. Australia have kind of tailed off a little bit, but Max Jorgensen, a rare and special talent to complete what is a really young and exciting backline. When you look, Jorgensen, Rogers, Bielbiere, Deportier, Ajomo, that's like young and talented and relatively early in their international journeys. To the bench, Julien Marchand. He got turnovers. He tidied up Australian loose line-out ball. He got 100% on his own ball. They scrummaged well. He's a turnover menace. He had a great game. Could have been the starting hooker were Malcolm Marx not such a freak. Boan Fenter, breakout year for him, and he marmalised Tadhg Furlong, which not many people can boast that they have done. Boan Fenter can say that now. He looked frightening. Wilco Low. Quadzilla. I gave him the moniker Quadzilla. That name has been picked up and taken. I'm happy for it to. Everyone should call him Quadzilla. So let's just that. Salads don't eat scrums. You don't make quads like that unless you eat a lot of meat. Wilco Low coming off the bench is terrifying. Wallace Satiti had a really busy game. I've not actually put a second row on the bench because there were some back row performances that were really good. I've got Peter Steph Toy in the starting lineup, so he could nudge. If I was having to pick a 23, I could nudge him into the second row. That's my justification for getting Wallace Satiti in, who was really busy against Wales. Loads of carries. Ben Earl, same goes. He was the top carrier in that match. He was the top tackler in that match. He has had a sensational November. And yeah, when I do my team of the month, the team of November, which I'll do in a day or two, he'll absolutely be a contender. And he's almost always one of England's best players. Cobus Reinach, again, someone else who's had a fantastic month of games. 35, you would never believe it. The speed that he operates with. And then when you've got Grant Williams coming off the bench to just add a bit of impetus. But he scored another try. He really mixes it, adds is physical. And yeah, I mean, not many of the South African backs got in the team of the week. Cobus Reinach is one. Justo Picardo, breakout game for him. It's been a breakout year. He was playing domestic Argentinian semi-pro rugby a year ago, and he looks a beast in the making. He had a great game. And to finish off the 23, Caleb Clark, who ran for over 200 metres, only beaten to the wing spots in the starting team because Bielbiere and Rogers were that good. But Caleb Clark, yeah, New Zealand missed him in the games he wasn't available, and he demonstrated exactly why and how. As for the top 3 players overall, I went for, and it was really hard to call, Peter Steph Toy, bronze, Louis Bielbiere, silver, and the best player of the week, Malcolm Marx. Which is quite fitting. Peter Steph Toy, Louis Bielbiere, behind Malcolm Marx, all 3 of them having massive games, and all 3 of them nominees for World Player of the Year. There you go. My team of the week. Let me know yours. If we disagree, that's all good. That's what the comments are for. Let me know what you think. Give the video a thumbs up. Hit subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.